how long did it take to implement the software? And one of the concerns many manufacturers have when they work with a vendor like us, that too much of their own company's time gets tied up. And everybody has bad experiences implementing ERP, where their experts get tied up, so many hours a week for so many months, sometimes over a year. So given all that, what was your experience in terms of analytics implementation? How long did it take to do it? And what kind of time commitment was required from your team from various functions?
Yeah, it is terrifying. I mean, it's like when you know you need help, you could ask for help, but then you got to explain to somebody what you need help with. And by then, the fear is that I'm going to spend more time explaining what I need. I may as well just do it myself. But the reality is, we were already trying to do it ourselves, and we were really struggling. So that was a legitimate fear that we had. That we're going to spend even more time trying to explain this to somebody else, and then we've got costs on top of that. Now, our experience was. The implementation time took about 10 weeks. And a lot of that, I mean, it could have gone faster, but a lot of that was on us. And we have a third-party ERP partner that we're struggling with responsiveness from them and getting the data sent over to FactoryTwin. So once FactoryTwin was able to get the data in the correct format, like I said, implementation was about 10 weeks. It could have been quicker, had it not been for the holdup from our external source. And then internally, calculated about 26 hours of meeting time on our end. And the feedback from my team in meeting with the FactoryTwin team was overwhelmingly positive. We didn't have, those 26 hours weren't 6-7 of us meeting in a room every time for 26 hours. It was an hour with me, an hour with our quality manager, an hour with our technical director, an hour with our plant manager. And the cool thing was, in working with FactoryTwin, is we were able to explain things, and just FactoryTwin was able to understand what we were saying. I've heard it said, I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. And with FactoryTwin, we were able to just, hey, this is what we have, this is what we're doing. And FactoryTwin it just clicked. They have the data knowledge as well as the manufacturing experience combined. It just made the implementation really smooth.
Well, thank you for that endorsement. And I think it is interesting to note that when you say 26 hours, that's the sum total of man hours of all functions. So it's really not that onerous as some people make it out to be. And I think the reason we are able to do that simply is because we are not just software vendors, we understand operations. And so whether for manufacturers out there, when you're talking about analytics or any software tools, it's important, whether or not you engage with us is irrelevant, that you should be looking for both data science, computer science knowledge, as well as operational knowledge. Because otherwise, that's why you spend so much time with ERP vendors. That takes you hours every week for several months, right? For multiple companies, multiple functions. So that's a very big learning there.